Trash Dog Miner here. You asked for some help with some lighting and some other things. I just wanted you to take a look at your glowstone options primarily. I haven't tested them all, but like this one here, you can see it does change when you stack them together. As compared to just a single entity or block. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was your floor. One of the things you might want is the carpenter's hammer. Okay, and there's a recipe for you. This works if you reverse it also. So this piece can, you know what I mean. Anyway, what I would suggest doing with your floor is go ahead and replace the whole thing with carpenter's blocks. Now, if you want just a little bit more headspace, you can come down and right click it and push it up. The other thing you can do is, if you've already done that, it's not, especially by that one, is if you do just one of them and just keep going back and forth, it will continue the slab. But we'll go back to a full floor for now. Okay, so you got your floor, and you're eventually going to need some sort of lighting probably built into the floor. If you don't want to use the dust, you can put yourself in a block like that or not. The one thing to remember with these carpenter's blocks is they pretty much take on the same strength characteristics as the core block. So if you put sand in here and a creeper blows up, you're going to lose a large chunk of your floor. If you got the time to do it and expect trouble, at least go fireproof with cobble. But if you're expecting creepers or worse, like gas in the nether, you go ahead and go with obsidian. Okay. Now let's say you want to go with a cherry floor. So we're just going to grab some cherry, and right on top of it, it gets like I call it a cover. I don't know what the mod author actually calls this. And see if you put another block on top of a cover, it'll pop off too. But these just come off with a left click. Same thing with the interior blocks. And then on your underside, use my favorite. Get yourself a piece of chalk. And then you've got your ceiling. And this works on the edges too, by the way. So if you have like a staircase, you can box that in. If you put in a full floor and you decided you wanted that extra half block, it'll wear out your hammer, but you can tap it back in or tap it back out. The other lighting options that I know of. Okay, we've got the gold and the iron lanterns. And just put those on the ceiling, which they do work really well with the carpenter's blocks with the cover. So you got those, and got a gold one. carpenter's blocks, you have to use the glowstone, and that's where you messed up in the video. You just tap it with glowstone. If you actually want to see the glowstone, but you don't want it as like a weak point in your floor, oops, wrong button. You take your cover off, get one of the prettier glowstones, which are from the chisel, and just put it in there like that. You can, of course, put it in the floor, and it will shine through the cover and the floor on both sides. And if it has an exposed block, it will show through the sides, light the sides too. So you like to see here. Well, I can just put a cover on this and show you. There's still light coming out there. The other one is the anti-block, which these are just big ugly cubes. Yeah, let's try a purple. Oop, I didn't mean to grab a whole stack, but we'll go out here where it's darker and darken the scalp some more. Now, as far as I know, that doesn't actually give any light. If you hit F7, yeah, it's not giving any light at all. One of the mods did have one that did. And, you know, sometimes you had to apply a lever. So we'll try that first. Nope, no difference. What you're seeing here with the X's is the light level indicating yellow means anything can spawn during sunlight. I'm trying to find a red one. There is a red one that happens. The red extra red. Well, I can probably show you in a cave. It's a flat roll. I can't show you here. Okay, so we'll go over here. Now go ahead and hit F7, and right now you don't see any X's. There's a red one. Okay, and basically what that's saying is the block light is not high enough during the day or at night to prevent a mob spawn. The yellow one is night, and the red one is any time. We turn F7 off. Another control you might find useful, you might not, is the F9. And what this is showing you is the corners of the board of each chunk. So right there is, there's a chunk here, one here, and one there. So if you're trying to line something up, for an example, the one of those wither powered log farms, very useful. Also helps speed up locating your spawn chunks, that kind of thing. But that's pretty much all I got for till your next little mini crisis, and you have fun with that nether. Oh yeah, with those, I know I commented in the video, these little guys you had so much trouble. Oh, they won't plant here because I don't have another rack. Anyway, if now let's just use that sapling here. If that's the burning flower, and you actually want some for a collection, just break the block below it, pick it up. That's about it. Yeah, that, well, I can show you with, where's my other portal? At the other base. Let's, go ahead. We'll get a bucket of lava. Get a bucket of that blood stuff that you keep running into. So you just take that bucket of blood and go get your equipment. And yeah, it does. It destroys water too, by the way. I forgot about that. So this is real handy if you want to clear out an ocean monument or something. Of course, water is going to have its natural tendency to become an infinite spring if it can again. So, anyway, have a good one.